Good morning, students. Today we'll continue with the sixth problem in exercise number 4.3. Okay, so you have to see the textbook. The question is find the value of A and B given that P is parallel to Q and R is parallel to S. So now I am drawing it's a diagram again once again. Once see the textbook. Name the lines here. So if you are representing any lines should be represented with the small letters. You should not represent a line with a capital letter. Okay. P and Q, if you see, they are small letters. R and S also small letters only. Okay. P, Q, R, S are small letters. Small letters represents the lines. Okay. Now again here they given 2A and here they given 80 degrees. Here they given B. So what you have to do is you have to find the values of A and B given that P is parallel to Q, R is parallel to S. Okay. Now how to solve, we'll see it. Solution for this one. Given also you can write it. Given is what you will write? P is parallel to Q, R is parallel to S. Solution. Now P is parallel to Q and R is a transversal. See, two lines are there. These two are parallel. This becomes a transversal. You know the definition of a transversal. Transversal is a line or line segment. It should meet two different lines at two distinct points. Okay. So this R is meeting a P line at one place, Q line at another place. So this R is said to be called transversal. Now, since the given P is parallel to Q and it is a transversal, if you observe keenly, the angle 2A and 80 are corresponding angles because they are of either one side only. One is exterior angle, the other is interior angle. So you can write that 2A is equals to 80 since corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Okay, these two are corresponding angles. 2A is equal to 80 means A, if you are keeping here, if you send this 2 to this side, 80 divided by 2 and 40 will be there. A is equals to 40. So A value we got it. Now if you have to go for B. So to go for B, what you have to do is take R is parallel to S. R is parallel to S. He given already R is parallel to S. And Q is a transversal. And Q is a transversal. So this is a transversal. Then these two angles means 80 plus B is equals to 180 degrees. Why? If anyone will say ask why means since interior angles on the same side of the transversal. On the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Now you have to rotate this paper like this. Now what you have to do, this is R, this is S. R and S are parallel and Q is a line intersecting R at one point. Same Q line is intersecting S at another point. So Q becomes transversal. So 80 and B are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. they are supplementary if R is parallel to S. So 80 plus B is equal to 180. So from 80 plus B is equal to 180, if you make B as subject, 180, 80 will go to right hand side and it becomes minus 80, and B is equals to, you will get 100. So A and B values you got it here. So A is equals to 40, B is equals to 100. What he asked is you have to find the values of A and B. So like you can do all remaining like this only. Okay. So we'll do some 13th problem. So what is 13th problem? See it once. I'll read the question. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ is equals to 50 degrees and angle PRD is equals to 127, find X and Y. Okay. So again I want to draw its diagram for your understanding purpose. Arrow marks, keep arrow marks for lines. Okay, now you can see it is A, it is B, it is C, it is D, and it is P, it is P, Q, R. That's it. This angle they given as 50 degrees. This angle they given as y degrees. This angle they given as x degrees. Here this angle they given as 127 degrees. That's it they given for us. Okay, again just once see the textbook and read the question. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD and APQ is 50 degrees and angle PRD is equals to 127, find X and Y. Now come to the solution for this one. So again you can write given here, whatever he given, he gave in the question, you have to write as given. Directly I am solving this one, solution. So what is the solution is AB is parallel to CD. So AB is parallel to CD is given, and PQ is a transversal. PQ is a transversal. So AB is parallel to CD, PQ is a transversal. Then this 50 and X becomes alternate angles. Okay, means this 50 I can write it as angle APQ. Angle APQ is equals to angle PQR. Y means what I have to write, since alternate angles. Since alternate angles. Now APQ means you can write 50 degrees. PQR means you can write X. That is 50 is equal to X and X is equal to 50 are equal. That is X is equals to 50. You got the value of X here. Now what you have to do is same. AB is parallel to CD. This AB is parallel to CD and PR is a transversal. And PR is a transversal. AB is parallel to CD and PR is a transversal. So then angle APR means the center 50 plus Y, angle APR and angle PRD becomes alternate angles. Now here I am writing here angle APR is equals to angle PRD. Y means what I have to say, since alternate angles. So in place of APR, angle APR is nothing but angle APQ plus angle QPR. Angle APQ plus angle QPR is equals to angle PRD, they given as 127 degrees. 127 is as it is, you have to write it. Angle APQ is how much they given here? 50. Okay, in place of APQ, substitute 50. Angle QPR, how much they given here? QPR. What is there here? Y. So in place of QPR, you are keeping Y is equals to 127. Y, if you make as subject 127 minus 50. Okay, 7 minus 0 is 7 only. 2 minus 5 you can't subtract. 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 becomes how much? 7. Very good. So 77. What is 77? It is the value of Y. So in question what he asked? He asked to find the values of X and Y. We found the values of X and Y. Okay. Now this 14th question. This is an important question. 14th. What is 14th question? One see it here. In the adjacent figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors. PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B, and the reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C, and again reflected back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, it is the question. So in maths, some physics laws you have to use it. Now we'll see this one. I'll draw the diagram. I'm keeping arrow marks on either sides for the rays. Okay, and I'm writing the names here. PQ, RS, B, C. This is A. It is D. Now it is the diagram which they given for us. So if you read the question again, so you will understand that AB is incident ray. So incident, it will come when you are reading or understanding physics. Okay, incident ray is AB. AB is incident ray. One ray is going like this. So arrow mark is given like this. What is PQ? It is a mirror. So what mirrors will do? It reflects it. That's it. So reflection, refraction. Okay, these words you will understand in physics. AB is what? Incident ray. It strikes AB line strikes mirror PQ at B. So at B only, because of it is mirror, the ray will be reflected and it passes in a path BC. So reflected ray will travel like this, BC, and this BC will be reflected ray for PQ. PQ mirror is reflecting this one, but this BC becomes a incident ray for RS, because this BC is striking mirror RS at point C. This BC is meeting a mirror RS at C. Then what mirror RS will do? It reflects it. So the reflected ray for this BC is CD. So arrow mark will be there like this. Okay. Now first what you have to do, you should understand it. First draw the normals. So where you have to draw the normal is exactly at B and at C. Draw the normals. Why you have to draw the normal? Means you should know the definition of angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So if you know definitions, you will understand why you have to draw the normals. So can anyone say the definition of angle of incidence and angle of reflection? See, if you can't, what is angle of incidence means? The angle between incident ray to the normal, means here this angle becomes what? Angle of incidence, and it is represented with angle I. And again same ray is striking at B and it is reflecting. Okay, sir, no. Angle of reflection means again definition for angle of reflection is angle between normal to the reflected ray is called angle of reflection. Okay, so it is I1 R1, you can keep it as I1 R1. And again here see, this BC becomes incident ray for RS. I said already BC is reflected ray for PQ, but BC is incident ray for RS. So it is incident ray and it is normal. This angle is called angle of incidence and angle I2 you can say. And it is what? Angle R2. Okay. So this entire you have to write it. So in writing, you can keep here normal N1 and here normal N2. So construction, draw BN1 perpendicular to PQ, draw CN2 perpendicular to RS. Draw BN1 perpendicular to PQ and CN2 perpendicular to RS. So two perpendiculars you constructed. Okay. So let angle ABN1 is angle I1. Angle N1BC is equals to angle R1. So loss of reflection, again it will goes to the physics only. Loss of reflection, two loss will be there here. So first law is reflected ray, incident ray, normal will be on same plane. Means here PQ is mirror, means AB is incident ray, BN1 is normal, and BC is reflected ray. Entire are in one plane, this plane. Next, second one is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle I1 is equals to angle R1. Angle I1 is equals to angle R1. So it is from physics, that is physics laws, you have to by heart it and you have to understand that one. Same like this only you can go for this one. So BCN2, angle BCN2 is equals to, BCN2 becomes what? Angle I2. Angle N2CD is equals to angle R2. Okay. So again angle of reflection, loss of reflection. From that you can write angle I2 is equals to angle R2. It is equation number 2. Angle I2 is equals to angle R2. Now what you have to do is PQ is parallel to RS is given for us. PQ is parallel to RS is given for us. Okay. And BN1 is perpendicular to PQ. That is, BN1 is also perpendicular to RS. See, PQ is parallel to RS means if BN1 is perpendicular to PQ means it is also perpendicular to RS. So this is perpendicular, this is perpendicular means BN1 and CN2 becomes what? They are parallel to each other. How means again in rough diagram if I draw rough diagram here, two lines. Okay, this is perpendicular. I am extending this one. It is perpendicular. So this is perpendicular means here angle is how much here? 90. Here angle also will be 90 only. It is 90 means this is also 90. So now these two are parallel means it is line how much? What is that? PQ. Okay, it is PQ parallel to RS is given for us. So what I am saying is this line perpendicular to PQ means if you extend this one, since PQ is parallel to RS, this line if you extend, this is also will be perpendicular to RS means here also you will get a 90 degrees because these two are what? Parallel. Okay. Why, if anyone will ask? So these two are parallel. This becomes what? One transversal or not? In transversal, these two angles becomes what? Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Their sum must be what? 180 degrees. This is 90 means this becomes what? 90 only. Now it is 90, it is 90. So two lines are there. Sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 means these two lines becomes what? Parallel. So according to this what I can write is BN1 is parallel to CN2. I can write like this. BN1 is parallel to CN2 from above. From above condition I can say BN1 is parallel to CN2. What is BC? And BC is a transversal. This BC becomes a, see, these two are parallel, this is a transversal. What are R1 and I2 angles? R1 and I2 angles, what they are? These two are parallel. See, like again, one rough diagram if I draw, two lines are there like this and it is a transversal. I am asking what are these two angles? Alternate angles. Very good. So these two becomes what? R1 and I2 becomes what? Alternate angles. So alternate angles will be equal or not? So angle R1 is equals to angle I2. It is equation number 3. Since alternate angles. Now from equation 1, 2 and 3, R1 is equals to I1. I2 is equals to R2. Okay, R2 and I1 are equal. Means all the four angles are equal only. R1 is equals to I1. R2 is equals to I2. And they given R1 is equals to I2. Means all the four angles are equal. So you can write angle I1 is equals to angle R1 is equals to angle I2 is equals to angle R2 from 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now what you have to do is AB is one line, AB and CD are two lines. They are parallel or not, we don't know. Two lines. And BC is a transversal. BC is a transversal. Now see the diagram here. AB is one line, CD is one line. BC is a transversal. Then this one means angle ABC. Angle ABC. Angle ABC becomes what? Angle I1 plus angle R1. Okay. Angle BCD becomes angle I2 plus angle R2. Since all the four angles are equal, wherever I1 is there, R1 is there, I2 is there, R2 is there, you can keep X or not. So this entire, if you are assuming X, so angle ABC becomes X plus X, that is 2X. Here also I2 also X only, R2 also X only. This is also 2X. Means what you observed, angle ABC 2X, angle BCD also 2X. Therefore, you proved angle ABC is equals to angle BCD is equals to 2X. Since alternate angles are equal, the lines are parallel. The lines are parallel. What lines are parallel? What lines are parallel means AB is parallel to CD. Hence proved. Okay. Now the last sum. Once see the question paper. 19th question I'll say. In each of the following figures, AB is parallel to CD. Find the value of X in each case. So this is very easiest problems. Wherever E is there, you have to draw a line which is parallel to both AB and CD. So if you draw parallel to AB, always it will be parallel to CD also, because AB and CD are parallel to each. They given for us. Already they given. Okay. So once I want to draw the diagram for this, the diagram is they given like this. See here, one line they given like this, another line also they given like this, and one point somewhere else here given there, and we have to join these two. And you should name the points, vertices here. A, arrow mark, B, E, C, arrow mark, D. They given like this, and the angles they given here. Angle A is 104 degrees. Angle E is X. Angle C is 116. So they given like this one figure, and you have to find the value of X in each case. So you have to find the value of X. So how to find X value, we'll see it. Simply through E. Through E, parallel to either AB or CD, you have to draw one line. You should name this line also. So you have letters up to A, B, C, D, E or not. So I am writing here F and here G. So construction is draw FG, which is passing through E, parallel to both AB and CD. Draw FG, which is passing through E and also parallel to both AB and CD. Okay. construction is completed. It is construction you have to do for getting the answer for x. This construction. Then what you have to do is proof or solution. Both are equal. Proof. What you should do is AB is parallel to FG. AB and FG are parallel lines, okay? And AE is a transversal. AE is a transversal. AE is a transversal. Then what you will get is angle BAE is angle BAE plus, okay, angle BAE plus angle AEG is equals to 180 degrees. So you see this angle and part of this x. Part of x means AEG only, not entire x. So AEG you can't write as x. X means total angle. AEC is x. Now I am taking AEG only. So in place of BAC I can write 104. AEG I don't know is equals to 180 degrees. If I make AEG as subject, 180 minus 104, you are getting 76. So angle AEG, how much you got here? 76. Keep it as equation number 1. Then same how you done for above one, below one also same like this. Now what you have to write is FG is parallel to CD and EC is a transversal. Is a transversal. Then what it becomes is angle GEC. Angle GEC plus angle ECD becomes 180. Y means you have to write here again sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180. Angle GEC we don't know, keep it like that only, same as it is. Angle ECD is 116 is equals to 180. So make angle GEC as subject. 180 minus 116. 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay. 7 minus 1 is 6. 64. Angle GEC how much you got here? 64. Now he asked angle AEC or not? It is equation number 2. Angle AEC I can break it as angle AEG plus angle GEC. So angle AEC means x. Angle AEG how much is there here? 76. Angle GEC is 64. So 76 plus 64. If you are adding 140 it becomes. So what is the value of x here? 140. So do remaining as homework. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.